Welcome back guys, this is Ashwin here. In this video we are going to solve the problem almost sorted. Given an array of integers, determine whether the array can be sorted in ascending order using only one of the following operations one time. Swap two elements, reverse one subsegment. Determine whether one, both or neither of the operations will complete the task. If both work, choose swap. For instance, given an array 2, 3, 5, 4, either swap the 4 and 5 or reverse them to sort the array. The output format section below details requirements. So this is the example 2, 3, 5 and 4. We can either swap the array or we can reverse the array. We can do either of them. We need to see the output format to see the detailed requirements. So let's check the constraints first. The length of the array can go up to 10 to the power of 5 and the maximum value of the array can go up to 10 to the power of 6. The numbers are pretty decent, so we can do some sort operations and play around with. Next we see the output format. If the array is already sorted, output yes on the first line. You do not need to output anything else. So this is our first case. If the array is already sorted, we just need to print yes. If you can sort this array using one single operation from the two permitted operations, then output yes on the first line, and then if elements can be swapped, output swap L or. So that is the left index and the right index, both should be the integers. In the second line, L and R are the indices of the elements to be swapped. Okay, assuming that the array is indexed from 1 to n. Otherwise, when reversing the segment, output reverse LR in the second line. L and R are the indices of the first and last elements of the subsequence to be reversed, assuming that the array is indexed from 1 to n. So this is the one based indexing, and we need to find the left and right indices if you are doing one of the operations. D L to R represents the subsequence of the array beginning at index L and ending at index R. Both are inclusive. If an array can be sorted by either swapping or reversing, choose swap. If we cannot sort the array either way, output no on the first line. Okay, we have 4 cases. First one is, if the array is already sorted, we need to print yes. If the array can be sorted, we just need to print yes and which operation we are going to perform. If the swap operation means we need to return the swap and the indices. If it's the reverse operation means we need to print reverse and the indices. And we can sort the array means we just need to return no. Let's see some of the test cases. So these are the array 4 and 2. We can be swapped. So we will output yes and swap 1 and 2 indices. Okay, another test case. Here we can sort the array, so we are printing no. And for the third case, here from 2 to 5, if we reverse those elements, we can sort the array, so we will print yes and print the operation, that is reverse, from second index to the fifth index. Now we understood the logic. Let's solve the problem. Before solving the problem, we need to import a model from copy import star. We need to use the copy function to duplicate the array. Now let's create a sorted array. Sort array equals deep copy of array. So this function will copy the array elements to a new array. So copy array elements. If we try to assign array itself, it will be a pointer only. So if we do any changes in the sort array, it will reflect back to the original array. That's why we are using deep copy. Now we need to sort the array. Sort array dot sort. So this will sort the array. Now we need to check for the cases. So these are the cases we need to check. First, if the array is already sorted. if the array is already sorted. For that, just check if sort array equals array. If both are same means we just need to print yes and return the function. This is our first case. Now for the second case, if the array can be sorted. For the second case, we need to find the left and right indices. For that, if we consider this as an array, the left indices is 2 and the right indices is 5. The left index is 2 and the right index at 5. We will use 2 loops to find the left index and the right index. Initialize L equals R equals 1. So both the index are at -1. Now this loop is for left index for I in range of n-1. We need to compare two elements, that's why we are traversing up to n-1. If array of I greater than array of I plus 1. If the condition satisfies, we will store the index to L and break the loop. That is for the left index. Now for the right index, for I in range of n-1, 0, and the decrement function will be -1. We will decrement -1 each time for the loop. Now for the condition, if array of I less than array of I minus 1. If it satisfies the condition, assign the right index to I and break the loop. So if we trace the loop for this example, array of I greater than array of I plus 1. Array of I will pointing to 5 and it is greater than 4. So the index 1 will be stored to the left index, and similarly index 4 will store to the right index. But while printing, we can just increment it by 1 to satisfy the 1 based indexing. Now we need to check for the cases. So first is swap. Check for swap. We will create a temporary array using the deep copy. Now we need to swap the indexes. Swap temp of L, temp of R equals temp of R, temp of L. After swapping, check for the condition. If temp equals sort array, if the array is sorted after the swap operation, we will print yes, and again in the new line we need to print swap L plus 1 for the left index and R plus 1 for the right index and return. That's for the second case. Now for the third case, check for reverse. Again we make a copy of the array. So temp equals deep copy of array. Now we need to perform the reverse operation. Reverse temp equals temp of from the starting to the left index, so that will be L plus, this will be the reverse part, L R plus 1, and from R plus 1 the rest of the elements. This will be the same as the left of the index. This will be the reverse operation. For reverse operation we need to add another : -1. This will be the reverse operation, and this part will be the rest of the array. After performing reverse operation, check for the condition. If temp equals sort array, we will print yes and print reverse comma L plus 1 comma R plus 1. Finally return. Now if all the conditions is not satisfies means that's the last case, we should print no. Array can be sorted. So we will print no. That's the end of the program. Why we are using return is because we need to return to the main function without going further. If you don't use return means it will continue to the next operation and it will print the further statements also. So be sure to use return. So we satisfied all the cases here. This is the whole program. Now let's run the code. It passed the sample test case. Let's submit it. That's it guys, we solved the problem. If this video is helpful to you, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel. See you guys in the next video.